Studio here, and it's Michael DeGrandpre. Did I pronounce that correctly?
You did. How are you, Katie?
The French come a little bit closer to me
sure,
over here, so I appreciate your coming in, Michael.
Yes.
With the Downtown Neighborhood Association.
Yes.
I'm really glad you're here. We're located downtown.
Absolutely.
A lot of business downtown.
Yes.
And a lot of residents downtown.
There are a lot of residents downtown and growing. So.
And you guys are very active. And there's one issue I want to talk with you in particular because we have a meeting tonight about.
Sure.
But talk to me about your experience living downtown right now and sort of the biggest upsides and your biggest concerns. So let's start from a big picture perspective and what you're working on with the DNA.
Sure. So the DNA basically started because we were looking to bring a voice to the residents who live down here. Downtown is the fastest growing neighborhood in Providence, so there's a ton of exciting things going down here for people who are looking to move or live in Providence, aside from all the other great things that Providence has to offer. So when we moved here probably about 2 years ago, myself and my husband, and we were looking to get involved, and there have been some neighborhood groups in the past that have done some great things, and as we were talking to some of our neighbors, we found that there really wasn't a great voice for downtown residents, and so we were interested in getting together with some of our peers and forming a group that would help to advocate for all kinds of issues related to downtown life, including but not limited to safety and accessibility and just general beautification of the city, social projects and stuff like that, making sure it's clean. Of course, the Downtown Improvement District does a great job with that, but as residents, we're always eager and willing volunteers, so we're looking to get stuff done. And so that's kind of how it started. And again, some of our concerns, again, were around safety and beautification and just making sure that this is a good place to live. It already is awesome, and so we're just looking to bring that, set the bar a little bit higher and do what we can as residents. So that's kind of how it started, and it's flourished. I mean, we've been at it for about 15 months now, and it's been a wonderful adventure for myself and a bunch of our peers and neighbors down here in the downtown area. So.
And it's also very social now. I think I had spoken with
Yes.
your husband about going around from sort of the major monthly kind of meetings to bring everyone
Yes.
together?
Yes, so we have monthly meetings. Aurora, Providence, down here in Westminster, has been awesome. They let us use the space. And we do, like you said, a monthly meeting. It's an hour long, 6:30 to 7:30. We try and be very strict about keeping it to those time limits. And we have usually about 50 people who come and gather with us. And it's a great opportunity for everyone to kind of come together. And usually we end up going out to dinner as a group or something like that afterward. But it's been a really, really excellent opportunity for downtown residents to socialize and get to know each other.
And one of the things, you have a meeting tonight, and
Yes.
you're talking about one of the tools that the City of Providence has for residents to get involved, the 311 tool.
Yes.
And I know that folks in the DNA in downtown have utilized it. And so is it a dialogue tonight with the city about how effective it's been and how it could possibly be more effective?
Yes, so actually tonight what we're going to do is we're having Andy from the mayor's office come, and he's kind of the guy who's in charge of the 311 app. And we, of course, as residents down here, a lot of things I mentioned earlier are still concerns ongoing. So we've been utilizing the app as a great tool to help the city get feedback about things that we see. Because one of the kind of points that we like to make is the residents are down here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We don't take vacations and things like that because we live here.
Yeah.
So we're the best people to know when lights are out and when there's potholes and things like that. So we've been this is a long answer, by the way, to your short question, but the city's been great working with us on the app, and we've been logging things and making great strides with that. And so what Andy's going to do tonight is talk to us a little bit about how the app has been going up until this point, and then we're going to chat more about what the next steps are. The DNA has had a great relationship with the city and with Andy, working to figure out how we can best further the app and work out kinks. So we've had a discussion. We did a walk around the city. The mayor actually joined us, and so we went all over, broke them into sections and broke the downtown area into quadrants, and we all went around. And we logged things. I think we logged over 156 things we saw, everything from graffiti to missing trash can lids, and maybe some, I think I logged in some cement that looked like it might be cracking, and maybe somebody might want to take a look at it. All kinds of things like that. And so, as I was saying, the city's been really helpful in working with us and utilizing us as a tool, because they can only do so much with city resources. And as an enthusiastic group of volunteers, able-bodied volunteers, we've been able to get out and work with them on all sorts of things to help improve the app. So that's what tonight's discussion is going to be about with Andy. It's going to get us up to date, talk to us a little bit about what it's been like working on the app and how we can move forward together in a collaborative relationship. So.
Excellent, very good. I know that you had flagged that and Rich had flagged that before, so
yes.
Appreciate your coming in. And there's a report associated with that, or?
Yes, so we had generated kind of an internal, for the DNA, we generated an internal report, kind of just more of a summary of what we had, the different things that we had found as we were going around, and we took that and basically one of our board members, who's very talented at putting information together, he's a programmer, so he put that onto a package, and we sat down with the city and talked about that. And so we kind of worked through a couple of things that we said, well, you know, maybe there could be some user interface experiences that could be a little bit better,
okay.
And things like that. And the city has been really receptive to working with us. And that's kind of what it's all about, too, is with the city and with Andy, is making sure that as residents we're collaborating with them, because it doesn't make sense to do anything else but work together to forward the mission. So.
Excellent. So what would you say your biggest goals are for this year? You know, you're working on 311, you're talking about safety, beautification. You know, what would you like to see happen in the city in 2017?
Well, a couple of the hot button issues. Well, one of the hot button issues that we're always excited about is, and I was pushing for, is the prospect of a grocery store.
Yes, everyone talks about needing a grocery store downtown. And making any headway?
A little bit, actually. Of course, everyone enjoys a good butt-burning workout as you go up College Hill to get to Whole Foods or Eastside Market. Yeah. But it would be great to have something a little bit closer that you can get fresh produce and things. Of course, the arcade has a great Sunday marketplace that they do that has that kind of stuff, but something a little bit more regular. So tonight, actually, we've got Buff Chase from Cornerstone Associates, who's coming, and he's going to speak to our group a little bit about the prospect. I'm using that word.
Prospect of a grocery store.
Of a grocery store, yes. Which they're thinking about putting in. Again, everything's preliminary, so don't start etching things in stone quite yet. But thinking about where that might fit. And one of the proposed locations is over by the Providence Journal building, yes. By Fountain Street, I believe. There's like a parking lot that they're thinking about building on, so that's a possibility. And then we're always enthusiastic about maybe something happening on the I-195 land. No leadway there, so don't bring any headlines yet. But we have had a great conversation, a couple of them, with Peter McNally, who's the I-195 commissioner, I believe, and he's been a great resource for us. And he's actually coming to our March meeting, which will be the second Tuesday of March, and he's going to chat a little bit about where I-195 land is as a whole project. And then, of course, we have our interest, the grocery store, that we're looking to kind of see if we can push that along with him. So that would be great if that happened in 2017. And then we also have, we consistently are trying to do projects to better the quality of life in downtown Providence, which includes, last year we did the Riverwalk cleanup. And we partnered with the Providence Parks Department, and they were awesome. Wendy and her team, Jim, I think, was one of the guys too, who came out, and we cleaned up the Riverwalk that goes from the Crawford Street Bridge all the way down to the Hut Club. And they were absolutely wonderful. We repaired the cords that go along the rail. We repainted stanchions, got some light bulbs turned on, things like that. That's stuff that gets us jazzed because it's like instant gratification. Yeah. Within 2 hours, you can see a huge difference. So we're going to continue to try and do more of those. People love them. We had over 120 people come out on one of our, we did 3 or 4 last year, last summer, and we had like 120 people come out at one point to do one of the major sections. And it was radically successful. And that includes business owners. We even had family members of some of our residents who came from Mansfield and other places, and they loved it. It was
Just came in to help make Providence beautiful.
Absolutely, and then we did dinner at a local restaurant afterward to support, again, local businesses. And so we're looking to do more of those, maybe try and move a little bit further down the waterfront, down toward, actually I said maybe backward, down the waterfront toward Water Place Park.
Okay.
The residents of the Water Place Towers have been great. They, for a while, were keeping up the park around there. They raised their own money and were out there doing their own thing. And so I think, from what I understand, they've kind of, they tapered off a little bit, not all the way, but we're going to try and pick up and team up with some of their residents in those buildings to help try and make this
excellent.
Help continue to repair that beautiful area.
Well, a lot on your plate and a very vibrant social media presence,
Yes.
Facebook. So if you want to check out what's going on with the Downtown Neighborhood Association, the DNA,
Yes.
As you know, a lot of vibrant neighborhood associations around the city, but Michael, moving and shaking and making it happen downtown with a meeting tonight. So we look forward to hearing more about what's going on with 311.
Yes.
Us, we're downtown. We work here. We're partners. We love,
Yes.
a vibrant downtown, and the Downtown Neighborhood Association has been very accessible and great with talking with us about things you're looking to see and your concerns. So I appreciate it, Michael.
Sure.
Thanks
absolutely.
for coming in today.
It's great to chat
we'll
with you.
talk
Thank
soon.
you very much.
Okay.